10 crafters. I've been tagged in this answer 10 questions thing that's going around. Thank you very much, Julie Stine. She was one of my top happy crafters. She's now plummeted to the bottom for tagging me. I thought, I don't know if this face on is a requirement of this 10 questions. I'm not sure. There wasn't any rules that I could find, but I thought, seeing that Julie's done it, I would you know, do it this way, and I apologise. I did Google what can you do to make yourself look slimmer on camera, and they suggest that you put the camera up high, and then that way you don't see all your chins. Well, short of sellotaping the camera to the ceiling, you're going to have to suffer me. Anyway, 10 questions, here we go. What is your name? Debbie Brown. My name's actually Deborah Ann Brown with an E, but Deborah is always associated, I'm about to get told off, because people will go, Debs, Deb, Debbie, Deborah. So you call me Deborah and I think I'm in for a telling off. Number 2, how did I come up with a YouTube channel? Unfortunately, it's just my name, Debbie Brown. You all know I'm techno unfriendly. I tried so hard to get myself a fun name. I was going to go with Nanny B because a new little grandchild come along, and to differentiate from the other nanny, they called me Nanny B, Buzzy B. And I thought, oh, that's lovely, I'll use that. But by the time I'd finished uploading the channel, it had got lost in I don't know, somewhere. So I just went with my name, Debbie Brown. Number 3, favourite craft. Too soon to know. I adore lace. I'm not keen on fabric, you know, as such, like sewing. I'm not a very good sewer. Never used a sewing machine. Really looking forward to that. That's my top of my list that I've got to give a go. I'm going to hopefully have some sewing machine lessons in the near future. Really excited about that. I think that will really add to my work, give it, you know, something different to do. I love trying everything, you know I do. Just got myself some of that paste that goes over the stencils, really enjoying that. That's really different and fun. I've been sending out some thank yous for the butterfly challenge I did, and all these people are getting my practices, little journals I'm sending out here and there. These are all my practices, and so this time next year, perhaps you know, I would have worked up to have everything in the you know, in your journals. I would have had stenciling in there, and you know, some different mixed media stuff in. Yeah, I can't say one thing at the moment. Everything's a passion. Lace I absolutely adore, and as you know, I'm collecting these journals. I think it's because I'm dyslexic and I've never kept a diary, never written in a diary in my life, because it's writing is such a struggle for me. So these journals, I'm in awe when I see everybody, you know, oh, I filled this journal, you know, filled a journal, and I just think, oh my God, all my memories are in here, which as you're getting older you do lose, don't you? So I thought, right, I'll have a little look at these. Oh, that's it, I'm hooked. Love them. Right, where were we? Favourite place to buy crafts? Well, I can't get out at the moment with Mum poorly, so it's eBay. And I've just recently, obviously, because of the journals, I've just recently found Etsy shops. They're a little bit too convenient, aren't they? So I'm having a pull in the strings. Yeah, and Sarah Duffy used to do boot sales, but she every Sunday she'd come, I'd give her pennies, and she'd split it in half, bless her heart, but bagfuls, absolute bagfuls. And this little home I've got here, Mum and I both sold our homes and went into this 3-bedroom. We both sold 3 bedrooms, so that was a 6-bedroom house going into one little tiny room. So we are absolutely full to brimming in here. Luckily and very graciously, Mum has let me have her bedroom, as she is now has to stay downstairs. and can't come up, so she's given me her bedroom. So it's lovely. Instead of me being in that little corner of her craft room, I'm now in the bedroom, and I've brought Mum's shelves in, and I was lucky enough to get a I don't know what you call it, not a haul, it was not even a de-stash. The woman was selling her entire walk-in cupboard, so I was able to buy the cupboard shelves here, these little stackers here. Went lovely with Mum's ones, and yeah, I'm going to work my way through that stuff, and lots of fun bits and pieces in the boxes we bought. Yeah, so and so I had to say to Sarah, no more, darling, I'm sorry. You know, you get bags of material and stuff, and I just couldn't store anymore. So thank you for that, Sarah, but the floorboards were creaking. Okay. Top 5 crafty YouTube channels. Right, well, now this was hard. I had to write myself a little list, because who you enjoy, who you watch, who are your friends, it was hard to separate. You know, do you watch it because you love them? Do you watch it because you know, you're looking for more and more people to follow? This was a hard one, so I tried to break it into groups. So for paper, hands down for me, I enjoy Julie Stine and Kazakins 1, Kay from Kazakins 1. Just absolutely adore both their channels. They don't treat me like an idiot when they're doing tutorials. They make it so easy to follow. Kay is always excited about whatever she's found and brings new and exciting stuff and does it her way. Always tells us where she's found it, so she's always polite and gives that the person where she found the crafter that she found the idea from, she always gives them the credit, which I think's very important, and then puts her own touch on it, and I love that. And then off we can go and put our own touch in it. So I thoroughly enjoy their channels. For watching, you know, I enjoy Mary Barratt. Mary's a great reader and loves her poetry, and a collector of some wonderful, wonderful antiques, teddy bears, you know, beadwork, poems. Wonderful channel, relaxing channel to watch. Lovely in Bentley. I love her way she delivers her channel. Honeybee Crafting, natural lady. She's just who she is, and I warm to Pam from Honeybee Crafting. I love watching her channel. It's just relaxing, and you feel like you're sitting there in her home. That's how she makes me feel. Love that lady. If I want to giggle, then it's Jeannie Dreemer. My hubby Mick, he says, what's on telly? I don't know, we watch a film, we finish watching a film, not enough time to watch another film. And you go, what's Jeannie Dreemer up to? I think that's so cute. And I'll say, I can't have a look, and I put on Jeannie's channel, and she always makes you giggle. She uplifts you if you're a bit down. And then pretty, if you're after pretty lace, then it's always got to be Shabby Monique Bricante's channel. Outstanding miniatures, beautiful work, lovely. I don't know how many I've mentioned, but you know, you could go on forever, couldn't you? You know, Creative Craft Closet, Jane Marge, you know, she puts lovely music to her work. Very relaxing channel to watch. I could go on forever. So there you go. 6, favourite colour. Lavender, purples, any shade of purple I adore. Always wanted a white linen bedroom with purple cushions and what have you. I've got to show you this. Got to show you what come through the door the other day. Am I lucky or am I lucky? Lynn Bentley, that beautiful cushion that she uploaded. Look at that work. Look at that work. I always dreamed of a white embroidery on glaze bed linen, and then lavender curtains and lavender bits around the room. And when I saw Lynn upload this beautiful heart cushion, Oh, I got straight on there. And it had gone. I was so upset. I couldn't purchase it. It had gone. And I just said, oh, okay. Well, it had gone because she sent it to me because she's a sweetheart. Thank you, Lynn Bentley. You're a darling. So, yeah, lavender. Moving on. Number 7, favourite craft tool. I'm too new. I haven't got all the gadgets everyone else has got. This thing I'm terrified of, this crocodile thing. I've said in one of my other videos, I crunched down and I had it too close to my chest and I caught my chest and it really hurt. So I'm terrified of it, but it is so versatile. Hole punching, you know, putting all the bits in. I've been using that more than I thought I would. That was in with that D-stash, that Ladies Craft D-stash. I was very, very fortunate there. And the other thing I purchased was this, the ripping ruler. And it's addictive. Yes, you start ripping everything you see. Something laying around, rip. I love it. So I think that's my favourite, I think, at the moment. I'm too new to all this, but I think that's my favourite. I just started off doing some stenciling, you know, with that paste stuff. Well, that's fun. So, no, you know, where do you stop? I'd say that ripping tool at the moment is my favourite. Number 8, where does your love for crafting come from? Well, my mum's always crafted, making little cards. Hence, these are my mum's drawers with her little card making stuff in it. And I've always been hands-on. Because of me dyslexic, can't spell anything. You compensate. So I made up with it with my hands. So I've always been able to clay work. I got grade 1 CSE for modelling, clay modelling. I love that. Obviously, didn't even get grade 5s for any of the other lessons. Just me because I can't spell. My grammar's very bad. So, but I can do anything with put me mind to with my hands. So yeah, mum's a good drawer. I'm not a bad drawer. Yeah, so that type of thing, you know, what your mums teach you, I think, in that way. Okay. When did you first start crafting? Well, born 1961. My mum always made stuff with me. Even down to, do you know, even down to sitting on the beach. You know, you'd be making a sandcastle. Not my mum. My mum would have a bucket of seawater. She'd put a shovel of sand in and she'd slowly put the hand in the bucket, grab a handful of sand, move it away from the bucket and let that sand fall through your fingers, and it creates almost like fairy castles, we used to call them. And so we'd make the castle with the bucket, then we'd fill up the bucket with water, drop the sand in and put all these loads and loads of droplets of sand to make fairy castles. So, you know, even something like that, we've always been crafting, always been creative, I think is the word I'm looking for. So yeah, I think we've always done stuff like that. Then I got my own playgroup, and you know, preparing stuff for 30 little children every day. I had 7 staff, and so I'd get the stuff all ready, you know, and I was very proud of me playgroup, very proud. Obviously everything that was handwritten had to be checked because of my dyslexia, but as far as stuff in the you know, in the playgroup during the day, or nursery, whatever you call them, during the day, whatever was offered, I offered it all. I offered water play, I offered sand play, Play-Doh, painting, cooking, things that other playgroups were offering weekly, I offered daily. So I got a wonderful, you know, when the playgroups went grant maintained, I got a lovely high score for that because we offered so much every day. Very proud of that. That was you know, apart from me getting married and my kids and my grandkids, I think my playgroup was a very proud moment. That they used to send other playgroup leaders to my playgroup to see what I offered and how I offered it. So you think this little dyslexic Deb, yeah, I did accomplish quite a lot there. And if you wanted to bring your children, you didn't have to make an appointment, so that what you saw was what was staged for you. I had open door, so you just turned up. Well, I didn't have open doors because there were 3-year-old children. They were locked the second they were in. I meant you could knock and just come in, no appointment needed, and sit and play for the day and see if it was what, you know, the playgroup that you wanted for your little child. Big responsibility, massive, huge responsibility, looking after children, people's children, and so small, you know, nurturing them, learning through play. I wish I'd had that knowledge when my kids were tiny, because I've always thought I offered a good, you know, bringing up and fun mum, but you know, the learn through play, everything through, you know, maths is through colour as well as everything else, because I had to go to a PPA course, you know, playgroup certificate course. I did a year. It was hard going, being dyslexic. Oh my goodness! I'd write all the you know, all the essays I'd have to do, and I'd run over to Mum 10 o'clock at night. Mum, can you speed read it? Make sure I've not spelled. She'd change everything. Was is saw and saw is was with me. I change everything round. She'd correct everything. I'd go home and I'd write it all out again, and I'd run back across at 11 o'clock. Mum, can you just check it? I've got to put it in. So she'd check it, and instead of those words that I'd turned back the other way, I'd turned another load of words around, and on we went. And the playgroup assessor, she said, the course tutor, she said, it's okay, as long as I get what you're trying to say. She said, I get it. She said, otherwise you're going to be so ill where you're not sleeping because you've got to write it down. And I passed. I was well pleased with that. Another little crowning moment, little dyslexic Deb. Yeah, so I've rabbited on enough, haven't I? Number 10, favourite craft so far. I think that is very similar to number 3. So I think if I've got to nail it down, it's got to be at the moment these journals. I'm enjoying them so much. All these little thank yous for me butterfly challenge I'm handing out. These are all my practices you're receiving, and I'm really enjoying this paper. Yeah, there's so much more I've got to learn. It's staggering. Every time I turn the channel on, there's something else someone's doing. Oh, and I think, oh, and this crafting list is forever growing. So yeah, lots to learn, lots to do. Loving this crafting community, so supportive, so caring. Lovely lot of ladies. Met some dear friends, and I'm really enjoying it. So I've got to name 4 people. So I've wrote down 4 people. I don't know whether these people are going to embrace this or be shocked like I was when I was listening to Julie and all of a sudden she mentioned my name. So it'll be Gypsy Girl Crafts by Pamela. I'm tagging you, Pamela. You can help me do the thing in the how I get your name up in the box again. You give me a little lesson the other night. We did have a giggle, didn't we? So you can give me a refresher how I can upload your links. Jeannie Dreemer. Come on, you'll make everyone laugh, Jeannie, answering these questions. Mary Barratt, because I love to listen to Mary. She calms me. So I think she'd be nice to listen to Mary's stories as she goes. Kazakins 1. I've got a feeling Kay may have already done this 10 questions, but I'm going to name you Kay. Kazakins 1. And Shar Fisher. Another outstanding crafter. I love to watch Shar's creations. There's hundreds of you. I could, the list like goes on and on and on and on. I could name another 20 now, bang, like that. But this is not what this is about. I've picked 5, so there you go. Gypsy Girl Craft by Pamela, Jeannie Dreemer, Mary Barratt, Kazakins 1 and Shar Fisher. I hope you didn't mind me tagging you ladies. You haven't got to do it, it's just if you want to. And you haven't got to do this, I don't think, this face on. So, bye crafters. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following. Bye.